Hello, today we'll be talking about Beheeyem, the final pure psychic type evolution introduced in Gen 5, being the evolution of LGM who evolves at level 42. Beheeyem's previous PYC dates are October 24th, 1997, August 14th, 2000, June 5th, 2003, March 26th, 2006, January 14th, 2009, November 5th, 2011, August 26th, 2014, June 16th, 2017, April 6th, 2020, and January 26th, 2023. I like Beheeyem's design and think it's clever to create an evolutionary line based on aliens, especially considering the amount of famous alien stories there are in the United States. As I mentioned yesterday, I was originally going to consider Beheeyem the counterpart of Clefable, due to both of them being considered extraterrestrial Pokémon, but Cinccino was designed to be the equivalent of Clefable, so I determined that Beheeyem was most likely not meant to be Clefable's counterpart. Instead, something I probably should have realized yesterday, but didn't, is that LGM and Beheeyem are likely the counterparts of Staryu and Starmie respectively. Considering they are a two-stage evolutionary line that has a part of their body that glows, and are part psychic type, and are often mentioned to be associated with the stars. I've also mentioned how I also associate Beheeyem and LGM with the Reggies, particularly Regigigas, given how similar its gems are to their fingers. As for how I know Beheeyem, I know them from three places. One, memes showing that at some point in the series it had a voice that was ill-fit for its design and behavior. Beheeyem! 2, Super Mystery Dungeon, where I most know them as appearing towards the beginning of the game. 3, as a few different signs in Detective Pikachu. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Beheeyem, the cerebral Pokemon whose number is 0606. This is what it looks like. Its type is Psychic, abilities, Telepathy or Synchronize, Analytic is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 90 or 20.1%, breeding is a group human-like, hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 3'3" or 1 meter, weight is 76.1 pounds, or 34.5 kilograms. Base experience yields 170, leveling rate is medium fast. EV yields 2 in special attack. Shape is that, footprint is that. Pokedex color is brown, and base friendship is 70. Beheeyem is a psychic type Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves from LGM starting at level 42. Biology, Beheeyem is a brown extraterrestrial Pokemon with an oblong head that features depressions on both sides. There lay 2 green eyes with small black pupils. It has a lighter brown collar and 4 dots on its chest of the same color. Beheeyem's arms have 3 finger-like digits, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 yellow. It has a rim underneath its main body, under which are 2 small legs. Beheeyem communicates by flashing its multicolored fingers and patterns. These patterns have yet to be decoded. Beheeyem can manipulate the memories of its opponents, being able to erase or even rewrite them. Beheeyem is believed to be responsible for the mysterious disappearances of Dubwool whenever it visits a farm. It is sometimes found hovering over wheat fields. In the Pokemon the Series episode Capacia Island UFO, Beheeyem is shown to be capable of building and controlling spaceships. Such spaceships are powered up by Koban/Amulet Coin. When humans and Pokemon fall under its hypnosis, they will wear Beheeyem-shaped masks. Beheeyem can use those under its control to speak to humans. However, this hypnotic power cannot work on beings who are not very smart. Evolution, Beheeyem evolves from LGM, so LGM, Beheeyem. Game data, NPC appearances. Spoiler warning, this article may contain major plot or ending details. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, 3 Beheeyem first appear when they attack the player at the start of the game. While the player and Nuzleaf lose them fairly quickly, they are mentioned multiple times during their stay in Serene Village. It is eventually revealed that these 3 Beheeyem, along with Nuzleaf, are being controlled by dark matter and possess the ability to turn Pokemon to stone as a result. One of them eventually breaks free from dark matter's control and flees to the player and partner for help. After dark matter has been defeated, the 3 Beheeyem settle down in Serene Village. Spoilers end here. Pokedex entries in Gen 5, Black. It can manipulate an opponent's memory. Apparently, it communicates by flashing its 3 different colored fingers. White. It uses psychic powers to control an opponent's brain and tamper with its memories. Black 2 and White 2 apparently communicates by flashing its 3 fingers, but those patterns haven't been decoded. In Gen 6, X is the same entry. Y is White's entry. Omega Ruby is Black 2, White 2, and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is White and Y's entry. In Gen 7, Ultra Sun,
With its psychic powers, it rewrites its opponent's memories. You too may have already had your memories rewritten. Ultra Moon. It has strong psychic powers. Using its fingers that flash 3 different colors, it controls its opponents and rewrites their memories. In Gen 8 Sword, whenever a Beheeyem visits a farm, a Dopal mysteriously disappears. Shield. Sometimes found drifting above wheat fields, this Pokemon can control the memories of its opponents. Beheeyem and the Alola Pokedex in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Game locations. Side game locations. Stats, base stats, HP attack and defense 75, special attack 125, special defense 95, speed 40 for a total of 485. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, dragon, and fairy. Weak to bug, ghost, and dark. All for double, immune to nothing, resistant to fighting, and psychic for half. Learn set by leveling up will go down to 42. 45 recover, 52 calm mind, 60 wonder room, and 68 psychic. By TM/ER we're skipping. By breeding we're skipping. By tutoring in the Sword and Shield expansion pass, you can get expanding force and meteor beam. There's nothing by prior evolution. By transfer from another generation, 5 through 7 after you, barrier and charge beam. Barrier doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 confide, 5 through 7 double team, dream eater, echoed voice and embargo. Embargo doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6 flash, that doesn't work anymore. 5 through 7 frustration, gravity heal block, hidden power magic coat, miracle eye, pain split, recycle, return, and role play. Frustration, heal block, hidden power, Miracle Eye and Return don't work anymore. 6 Secret Power, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 Shockwave. 5 through 7 Signal Beam, Simple Beam, Snatch, Swagger, and Synchronize. Signal Beam, Snatch, and Synchronize don't work anymore. 5 and 7 Telekinesis, that doesn't work anymore. And 5 through 7 Toxic. Side game data, you got all this. New Pokemon Snap in the Photo Dex entry. Beheeyem and Golurk seem to be standing guard inside the ruins. Beheeyem looked like it was giving orders by flashing light from its fingertips, but deciphering those patterns could be tough. Evolution data, LGM, level 42, Beheeyem. Sprites here, so a lot darker colors. Maybe a little bit more simplified, like a lot shorter, I think. Then, like LGM, the Shiny's main body is much more closer to the modern main body. It's got blue eyes instead of the green eyes. And its gems. Also blue for the green one, purple for the red one, and light green for the yellow one. In Gen 6, you get the models and the lighter colors, of course. Pretty good adaptation, I'd say. In Gen 7, not really much changes. In Gen 8, you get the much better models. Homes, you get these models. Animation, Beheeyem and Pokemon Horizons, the series. Got all that. Pokedex entries in Black and White, episode 45. In Ash's Pokedex, Beheeyem, the cerebral Pokemon, in the evolved form of LGM. Beheeyem uses its 3 colored fingers to communicate. In the same episode, in the same Pokedex, Beheeyem, the cerebral Pokemon. Beheeyem can control its opponent's minds and confuse their memories with its psychic power. In Black and White, episode 133, in Ash's Pokedex, Beheeyem, the cerebral Pokemon. Beheeyem can use its psychic power to control its opponent's minds and memories. In the manga, Beheeyem and Pokemon Adventures, Pokemon Rebirth, and the TCG. Trivia, Origin. Beheeyem seems to be based on Greys, one of the more popular kinds of alien. Judging from LGM's Pokedex entry, they may also be based on the Area 51 alien conspiracy theories or the Roswell incident. Additionally, Beheeyem's design resembles a person wearing a hat and trench coat and is likely based on stereotypical spies, shady figures, men in black, or government agents in connection with alien sightings. The shape of Beheeyem's head and body are reminiscent of some interpretations of the Flatwoods monster. The colored fingers on its hands resemble the colorful faces of the invaders in the 1953 War of the Worlds film. The aliens in the film had green, blue, and red dots, just like Beheeyem's shiny coloration. The saucer-shaped underside of its head might be a reference to the common shape of UFOs. The flashing patterns of its fingers may have been inspired by the 1977 sci-fi film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, particularly the iconic scene where flashing color and sound patterns are used to communicate with the alien mothership. Its rock-like design may reference Japanese dogu statues, which have often been confused for alien artifacts. Considering its species name, physical appearance, and powers, it may also be based on a brain. Its connection with the disappearances of Double and lingering over wheat fields are likely references to common alien behaviors in fiction, abduction of livestock, and burning crop circles into farmland. Name origin, Beheeyem, may be a corruption of the abbreviation BEM, bug-eyed monster, a depiction of extraterrestrials as grotesque creatures with oversized eyes. Obem may be a combination of O, large, and BEM, pronounced as a single word in Japanese. In other languages, related articles, external links, let's move on.
Now let's watch Beheeyem's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 702, quite fittingly, Beheeyem, Duocean, and the Dream Thief. In this episode, or towards the beginning of the episode, this guy was watching the main characters, who are Ash Ketchum and his traveling companions, Silent and Iris, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, and Aksu, enjoying them, I guess, for the last couple episodes. Meowth, we saw that one a few days ago, where he was, I guess, kicked out of Team Rocket. He's stated that Meowth and Pikachu are rare in the Unova region, so he wants to get them, I guess? Well, he's sending out his Beheeyem to help him.
Beheeyem! All right, I have a delightfully dastardly job for you.
Okay, I would say that is Beheeyem's first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's watch Beheeyem's scenes in Detective Pikachu.
Hello and welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, or as I like to call it, Detective Beheeyem, as is only the frames with Beheeyem to the best of my ability. So Beheeyem only appears as a few signs in the film, a few different signs. We got one of them down here. In this film, Tim Goodman, the main character, has come to Rhyme City, a city where humans and Pokemon coexist, as he's just found out that his father, Harry Goodman, has died in a car accident. Here he has met Detective Pikachu, a talking Pikachu with amnesia, who was Harry's police partner, who has convinced Tim that Harry isn't actually dead, and they're going to go investigate. Now we've cut to later in the film. After investigating a bit, Tim has found himself in the office of Harry's boss, Lieutenant Yoshida, and he's trying to convince Tim that Harry's actually dead, the signs of the background.
I'm not following.
I was showing him the footage of the car accident. I believe.
Set to be.
Now we've cut to much later in the film. Tim and Detective Pikachu have met Howard Clifford, the founder of Rhyme City, who has shown them that Harry isn't actually dead and that Mewtwo took his soul, and so he's instructed them to find Mewtwo. They did, but he was captured by who they believed to be Roger Clifford, Howard's son. But before that, Mewtwo showed them a vision where it seemed like Pikachu had betrayed Harry. So Tim and Detective Pikachu have split, and Tim has come back right in time for the 10th anniversary Rhyme City Pokemon Parade to be being set up. Here's another version of the Beheeyem sign.
Again this afternoon. The whole city is converging on downtown to...
Okay, so it's been revealed that Howard Clifford was the one who actually captured Mewtwo. He has put his mind inside of Mewtwo using something called the Neuralink. He is now revealing his plan to the city. He wants the ultimate partnership between humans and Pokemon, and to do this, he plans on releasing the Argas, which he's put in the floats, onto the Pokemon to make them go crazy so he can use Mewtwo's powers to merge humans and their Pokemon. Here's another version of the sign. You can't really see it very well. We'll show it off a little bit better later. Okay, then there was another version of the sign here. Down here. Oh. Yeah, okay. Here's another version of the sign here. And now it's Mewtwo flying off. Okay. The sign's over here. So, in this scene, Pikachu has returned after finding something at the site of the car crash. He has found the place in this state, and so he's gonna fight Mewtwo.
Okay, Pikachu. Pikachu.
Oh yeah, at some point Pikachu landed on this Pidgeot.
Hey, the ground? Pull up, don't be ass.
So the Pidgeot, breathed the gas, made him fall, and they fighting continued until Tim disconnected the Neuralink from Howard, releasing Mewtwo, but in his delirium, he accidentally dropped Pikachu, but now he's using his powers to save Pikachu. Here's the white version of the green sign. And that's Mewtwo going to undo everything, split people and their Pokemon, and get rid of the balloons, of the floats. It's done that.
There is one last thing. The father you have been looking for has been with you all along.
I showed them a vision of how he saved Harry by putting Harry's soul inside of Pikachu, which is why he can talk. Now he has separated Pikachu and Harry, and we're at the end of the film. Tim was gonna leave, but he decided to stay with his dad, and now they're walking away, and the Beheeyem sign is here.
Maybe I could give detective work a try?
I think he likes that idea.
And that is Beheeyem's scenes in Detective Pikachu. Let's move on.
Now let's see why other people love Beheeyem.
Hello and welcome to the post section of the video. The question is, what do you love about Beheeyem? And Kara Jill Anonin has responded. They say it's eyes. Thank you for your response. Let's move on.
Now let's look at fan art.
Welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. Those of you aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Beheeyem. This first image doesn't contain a Beheeyem as we know it today, so we'll start with the second one. This is Beheeyem by Bloxables. So it's just a frame from the Gen 5 front sprite of Beheeyem. This is Beheeyem / Hydreigon by S. McCall. So it's this nice little simple image of a Beheeyem and Hydreigon, I guess, being friends. Interesting. And it's from July 17th, 2025. Very well done. This is Beheeyem by Chaos Mass 95. So I got this nice Beheeyem image here. Bunch of UFOs in the background. That's fun. Very well done. This is Beheeyem's by Nuclear. They got all the different, I guess, designs and colors and stuff of Beheeyem's. They got 3 normal ones and a shiny one. Kind of hanging out. This one on the bottom. So kind of jumping on them. I guess. And this one being silly. Very interesting. Very well done. And this doesn't contain a Beheeyem, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 11 p.m. CET Central Daylight Time. We'll be going back to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Here, we'll be trying to get Beldum and Camerupt, catch Seadra, Rayquaza, and Deoxys, evolve Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, Seadra into Kingdra, Porygon into Porygon 2, Shelgon into Salamence, Beldum all the way to Metagross, Baneri into Lopunny, and Omega Ruby's Clamperl into Gorobus, and Mega Evolve Pidgeot, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Salamence, Metagross, Rayquaza, and Lopunny. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Litwick. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.